right, good morning YouTube. Welcome to the X Trade. This is gonna be our first YouTube trading video. And I kind of want to just go over and explain kind of what the X Trade is, you know, how I set it up and how I trade it. So the first thing I'm gonna look for is basically the macro, trend from the day before or 2 days before into our current opening day. So to have that make sense, let's take a look at, yesterday. So in the pre-market, we had that giant sell-off. We had that rejection. We had yesterday's high, and then we had yesterday's low. Now, yesterday's low went right into our 4-hour up channel, right? That we've been in for a long time here. So it was kind of a perfect turnaround point for yesterday's low on the 4-hour here. That's why we had that beautiful, nice wick. Caught that called trade at the end of the day there. So now we need to find, because you can't always trade the 4-hour macro, major macro channel, right? So we need to find a smaller trend channel to trade off intraday, basically day to day for day trading. So how to how to draw the channels, right? You want to find 2 points. So basically, 2 days ago they're high, and then the overnight high could be a point, and then you have a point here, right? So that could be the top of the channel. And then you want to find the overnight low and connect to that guy. Okay. So in the morning, I was watching the bottom of this channel here for potential calls. The thing that was bothering me was this strong push down. We were struggling to even get to 50% retracement of this big candle here. So I was kind of, staying away from these longs. I would have been more interested in longs if we got above this 50%, above the 5,000s, held, maybe consolidate a little bit and then push up. So to close that gap. So I definitely, was worried about the longs here. And then once we got down into the major 4-hour channel and then our overnight channel and started seeing buying here, this is when I caught my calls into the end of day. So what are we looking for today, right? What were we looking for this morning? So when I wake up every morning, basically what I do, sorry about the chart here. What I do is, first I'm gonna draw, kind of like a bigger channel to see what the major trend is, right? Because we've been pretty volatile. There's some pretty big swings here in the market lately. So before this all happened today, we only had the pre-market information, right? And yesterday's information. So basically the first channel I'd be drawing would be this top here, connected to the overnight high, and then bring it to yesterday's low. Okay, that's channel number 1. So this is the major channel from yesterday into today. And then the next one I'm going to draw would be a micro channel, and this is where the X trade comes in. So I'm going to take, let's see, so we have more overnight highs, right? So I'm going to connect these highs. So this high here, this high here, this high here, and you see how they all align pretty well. And I'm going to bring it down to the low here, and that's going to be our second channel. And that's going to basically set up our trades for the morning. And the reason why I call this X trades is because the inflection points of where these two channels intersect creates an X, and that's my interest points. That's where I look for my trades. So this morning, we got a little greedy, and we took, because we had this consolidation, we had to push up into the upper range of these channels. I did not catch this short. It was too quick. I usually like to see what happens within the first 5 minutes of the day to kind of gauge, how the market's going to react and what our volume's going to be, what our volatility is going to be. But I did take this break down here below this consolidation into this bottom channel here. It was a risky trade, you know, it was a little bit of a scalp. I am doing the top step trading challenge through Tradeovate. So, you know, I am pushing it a little bit harder because I kind of want to get past, you know, the first step here pretty quickly. So I did take this short, took profit down here at the bottom of this channel, and then it ran up, consolidated here at our 50%, and then ran up into the top of our overnight channels here, okay? Once I saw this start to reject up here at this channel, at the top of this channel, I got interested in shorts, right? So I took a couple of stabs at it. I went short up here, I went short up here, and it stopped me out twice. The thing is about risk to reward, right? If you keep your risk really, really small and you are not just randomly taking trades, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could have as low as like a 40% win rate and still be very profitable, right? It just depends on where you're taking your trades. So I took a couple of stabs short here, kept my stops, you know, pretty tight, and I got stopped out. I then entered short again once we broke below this channel here. And I was targeting 10 points, which would have been down here in this consolidation, but I took profit here at the 50%. Now, if you look and see, the bounce happened right here at the 50%. And where do we reject to this lower leg down here? Right at our 5,000. Our 5,000 was a rejection point here, rejection point here, rejection point here. And then once we broke below that, it became a rejection point again for our lower leg. Okay, so this would have been another potential short. I really don't like shorting or going long here at our 50%. It's where you get a lot of chop, but this would have been a beautiful trade. This is a perfect A, B, C reversal. So, you know, you could have taken the trade short here and your target could have been down at the bottom of the channel here. Now, since we broke below our channel and we're coming back up into this channel, this could be another potential short. You could short up here into this lower bands of the channel here. Target would be another, you know, geez, it would have been 15 points lower at 49.75.
A few moments later.
And just an update. So, yep, so that short played out real nice. So basically, you know, I would have been short here, would have been stopped out. I would have waited to see what happened after this consolidation, would have re-entered the trade at the break of this channel here, the lower channel here, and would have, you know, held it to our target here, which it's hitting perfectly. So yeah, another beautiful X trade. System works really well. And yeah, so I look forward to showing you guys more. Have a good one.